Howdy folks, welcome back to Motortown. We're going to build a depot today. Now I am on the test branch, so I want to make that clear. You can see up at the top there we're on version 0.7.14. That's currently on the test branch on Steam at the time of this recording. So this is not in the main branch, it's a new feature. And what it allows you to do is repair your vehicles that are on routes kind of semi-automatically. So we're going to work through that. We're going to build it here on the plot. If I open up the map here, I'm down here on the main island, kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but I have a lot of routes that go back and forth right past here. So it's a good place for our first depot. And I have my steel production going. So if we look at this guy, they're hauling stuff back and forth here. This one goes up north, so it won't hit this one, but these two, oh sorry, this guy right here, will pass through here every time. So I'm going to put one there, and then I'll have to figure out where we can put others. And I've not built one of these before, so we're going to just work through it. I've got this plot of land. I had a garage here for a while. I went ahead and got rid of that. I'm going to put a depot down. It takes a fair chunk of space. And from what I gather, these are kind of like the garages. You have to place them down, and then you have to bring a bunch of materials to the depot. So I think I'll just set it right here. There we go. A little dusty. Hey, how's it going there, car? Look, my headphones aren't working for some reason. I see the sound, but anywho, so what do we need? We need lots of stuff here. So we come over here to construct. We need 10 concrete, 10 sand, we need some wood planks, some H-beams, and some plastic pipes. So I'm going to be gathering up all that stuff. It's going to take me a little while. But I'll see you back here when we have the depot done. I might throw some montages in there as I bring the stuff over. See you in a bit. So I've pulled out one of my 8x4 dumpies here. Another feature coming in the test branch here, if you see up at the top right there, it gives you a more clear notification about your vehicles that need repair with a little pop-up up there, rather than just being down in the chat. They're easy to miss down there in the text chat. So that's pretty handy. But anyway, I'm heading down to here to get some sand. So we'll bring 10 sand back for that. And that'll be that sorted out, and then I'll have to see. I don't know if I have any concrete ready to go, or if I'm going to have to take some materials to get concrete, but I'll just work through these materials and bring them over, and we'll build the depot. That was one of my trucks that needs repair. See you in a bit. And just like that, we're back with some sand. That's the closest of the commodities. The other's going to be much further to get down here. And I use the autopilot. Autopilot is great. Looks like my game sound died. Interesting. Let me figure that out. Yeah, we got some game sound. I was messing around with the sound settings. I reboot sometimes and my volume levels change, and it did that again on me. And I forgotten how to set so it wasn't sending sound over to the recording PC. Started backing up towards the sign and realized I need to back up towards the dump point, not the sign. There we go. Now we just need a dump here. So let's put on the parking brake. And I can't remember if there's a key for raising the bed, but we can just do it this way. There we go. That should be the sand that we need. And I even get paid for bringing sand to my own construction site. Gotta love it. So I believe that's all we need the 8x4 dump for. Got somebody scream down the road. Let me get over here out of the way. There you go, buddy. So I think next I'm going to go get the concrete, and then we're going to have a smattering of little things around here and there. It's nice and peaceful there. I like this location. It's got the little lake there. It's kind of a little oasis in the desert. Anyway, I'm going to go grab my concrete truck and see if there's any concrete. As you saw there, we got the sand and the concrete done with. I'm up here getting the planks. We scroll down to building site. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. So we need 2 of these. I'm going to throw those on. And then I need plastic pipes and H-beams. Those are new, so I'm not sure where we need to get those. I got to go look that up. Strap cargo. There we go. So we got the old matey here. We can haul this down, and while it's basically autopilot down, I'm going to look into to see where we need to get the plastic pipes and the H-beams. We might have to build the H-beams and the plastic pipes. I don't think I've supplied any of those industries. Those are fairly new. But I'll get that figured out. Looks like my Atlas dump is just about out. It's at 11%. I did a little switching around. I don't know if this will ever start making money again, but I basically put the little dump truck on this little short quarry run instead of having the 8x4 over here. I realized that was kind of silly. So now the 8x4 is making the long trip with 17 of the limestone down to the steel coil manufacturing. Let's go ahead and get them fixed up. It's only $100. I've got plenty of money. Keep them on the repaired side. So I'm gonna let this guy run down, like I said, and I'm gonna look into H-beams and plastic pipes. And I will once again see you in a bit. So I've got my work cut out for me. We have to make H-beams at the steel mill. That's kind of what I was thinking. And then there's a plastic factory that makes plastic pipe. And I've never done anything with the plastic, so it doesn't have any oil. But I'm working on some company stuff. Get my UI back up here. But it looks like I need to spawn in this tanker maybe before it'll go. I've got it set to take oil up to the plastic factory once it's spawned in. I've made new routes and repurposed my coal and the limestone to go to the H-beam part of the steel mill. So that is in progress. Meanwhile, I'm still hauling planks. It's a long, long haul from the little North Island down to here, basically over here. So yeah, this is taking a while, several in-game days. I'll keep plugging away at it. We're gonna get the oil going. A little bit of coal. I think I need to make 1 iron ore run probably down to the H-beam factory, and then we'll be able to get those parts over. We only need like 2 of each, so it's not gonna be a lot. We just have to do a little bit of logistics. So I'm gonna keep plugging away at it, and we'll get there. Okay, for me it's the next day. I'm not sure how this is all going to get edited together, but I think we're at the last step. So I'm down here at the steel plant. We're getting ready to pick up the H-beams. I did finally get some plastic pipes made and got those delivered. And I think this is the last step. So let's get some H-beams. So if I hop in here, I've got 8 of them made. I think I need 2. Building construction site. There it is. I kind of wish it would be highlighted or something if it was your own building project. But at any rate, let's load up 2 of those. And then, of course, we need to get those strapped down. Get our straps out. I almost forgot to strap down the pipes, because these have, like, straps on them. So it looked like they were strapped, but they were just strapped to the pallets they were on. So you gotta strap them to the truck, too. So this is probably a lot of weight, I'm guessing. Yeah, the old Titan's stepping right out with it. So it may not be too bad. Where do we get out of here? Probably over here. So it's a little bit of a run, not too bad. About 3 miles over to the building site. So I'm going to run over there. We'll get these backed in and unloaded, and I think that we'll have our depot built. It's been a while. Several play sessions. I don't have a ton of time, so I had to kind of do stuff here and there. And then I'll let my my NPC drivers do a lot of the delivery in the background while I was doing other stuff. So just be prepared. If you're going to build a depot, you're going to need a lot of different stuff. Going to slam on the brakes. I wish they would not slam on the brakes when you engage the autopilot. At any rate, I'm going to drive on over there, and I'll see you at the depot construction site. I love that even the AI breaks the barriers off. That's fantastic. And here we are back at the depot site. See if I can get right over here and then back in. That ought to do. Turn off auto shift so it doesn't try to go to R2 automatically. It's a little bit of a pain when you're backing up. Switch this to R2 and then you have no power because it's such a high gear. Okay. Oh, because it builds the building, so it teleported me out here. Okay, fair enough. Beep, beep, beep. All right, let's get back over here and we'll take a look. I think you can park inside. So it acts kind of like a parking garage as well. Actually, can we modify stuff in there? Does it work like a shop? Let me see if I drive up to the door if it opens. Sure does. I don't see any like shop things in here though. It's our daily report. I think you can park in here, but I don't know that it Has any shop functionality? Doesn't look like it. Okay, well that would have been handy. Smokestacks didn't really clear, but they did. Thanks to no clipping. I don't know that you can actually build a shop. I don't think you can. At least not yet. Alright, so we have this depot. What do we do with it? Well, we need to set up our trucks so that they stop here occasionally. So let's do that. Let's bring up our company here. And then we have our coal truck, which is driving back and forth here all the time. And it drives right by here. So I'm going to go to its coal H-beam route. Actually, is it heading towards... Yeah, it's heading there. I need to change that at some point, probably back to the steel coils, although I guess I could do H-beams for a while. But anyway, we need to go find this route. So we go to truck routes. We go to full H-beam. Then we just need to add a stop here. No, it doesn't necessarily need to stop every time, but this is such a large journey, it probably wouldn't hurt to have it do that. So it's going to pick up coal, it's going to take the H-beam over, and then it's going to hit this guy on the way back. Can I just click on here? There we go. Depot. And then we also have our limestone quarry, which is far away. This truck is also making a long journey. What if I told it to go to the depot, if it would just go on back around this way? Let's try that. So that's the limestone H-beam route. So go edit that one. Click on the depot. Yeah, it'll just go back up this road. It's got a long journey as well, so I want it to stop off at the depot each time. Okay, there we go. And then this guy, you know, he's not going to use... Actually, I forgot, he's kind of coming by here, isn't he? Because he's getting the oil way down there. Let's have him stop at the depot on the way back. So that's the oil plastic route, which... actually, he's not making any money. Yeah, I'm going to let it run for a while. We'll see if he makes money, and then I'll decide. The iron ore, though, is going back and forth across here, so let's get that one. That's the iron ore H-beam route. So he's going to do the same thing. He's going to pick up the ore over here, drop it off there, and then stop by the depot on the way back. Come here. There we go. Okay, and then they should get auto repaired. Then the thing you have to do, you have to go to depots. You have to make sure you have enough spare parts. And you can refill it from here. I think you can also drive deliveries. I need to look into that. There we go. Those trucks will be getting auto repaired. I may build another depot somewhere else up here for these trucks. I probably have a space. I've got space over there. I'm not sure if I have enough space. No, there's not going to be enough space there. Let's turn this off. There we go. I'd have to look. I might have a, that's 30 meter. I might have one here. We could utilize. I've got several houses scattered around. Up here I've got my big parking garage. I might actually change it to a depot. We'll see. We have options now. I like it. So this again is on the test branch. Go check that out. There's instructions on the Steam discussions, I think, on how to switch over to the test branch on Steam. Give it a whirl. I thank you as always for watching. And I'll catch you in the next one. So I need to go get some sleep. It's kind of dark out here.